David, Easter Road 0-0 for Celtic. I mean, I would imagine that Ange Postecoglou, his players, the Celtic supporters, thought that their lead would have been pegged back to 1 point come 5 o'clock last night. But how much of a lift would that have given Celtic that Rangers didn't take advantage of their slip up?
Celtic would be hugely surprised. I mean, I guarantee you that leaving Easter Road, Ange Postecoglou would assume that Rangers would have taken care of business, and certainly when Rangers go 2 up, you think it's game over. So it was a huge escape for Celtic in terms of Rangers dropping 2 points. I think you might be slightly concerned at his team at the moment. They've lost the, try to think the right word, but they've lost something. They don't look the same side at the moment that they were when they took care of Rangers a few weeks ago.
A bit of spark?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's energy, I don't know whether it's come from overtraining. I don't want to accuse Ange Postecoglou overdoing the training, because I'm not privy to what they do, but they look a bit leggy to me, and they're certainly missing Kyogo and even Giacomakis at the weekend, a kind of focal point centre forward. I know Ange disagreed after the game, as he tends to do these days, but Celtic aren't quite at it at the moment, and they've got to rediscover the form that got them into the lead in the first place.
Barry, you've no long hung up the boots. You've been in management for the past 5 or 6 years. Davy's point, is there such a thing as overtraining your players?
Yeah, but the amount of games that both Rangers and Celtic have got, 3 games a week, I don't think you need to do much training. It's about recovering. Now, again, I watched Hibs and Celtic yesterday, and the thing that jumped out at me was Celtic looked zapped to energy, and that's one thing you would label with Postecoglou's teams, that they start really well, they're really energetic for at least 60 or 70 minutes, but they've lost, you mentioned a word there, spark, that they've not got that. Maybe they are training too much. We don't know. We don't know what goes on in the training ground, but certainly it's not the same Celtic that I watched against Rangers, and even before that, where it's non-stop, waves of attack, the energy levels are sky high. They look to me as if they've dropped considerably over the last couple of weeks, and that's a worrying thing for the Celtic fans. Can you even trace it back, Davey, to the first half against Rangers at the start of February, just 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
The Blue Rangers away, but since then you look at the home game against Bodo, the away game against Bodo, goal in the last couple of minutes to beat Dundee, albeit the 3 points is 3 points, and then not getting a goal yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it, because certainly in my time, if you played a league game, an Old Firm league game, and you won the league game, it gave you a lift off. You got a huge amount of energy and confidence from that, particularly given that going into the game, Celtic's record against Rangers was really poor. Hadn't beaten Rangers for a long time, so to beat Rangers as convincingly, after that game, I'm expecting Celtic to kick on. I thought Celtic would have put some daylight between the pair, but I don't know what's happened. I can't really explain it. It's unexpected, and it's up to Ange to find the answers. He's got a much stronger squad than he had at the beginning of the season. Certainly missing Kyogo, and I think the length of his absence is now becoming a bit of a worry, because the longer he's out, the longer it's going to take him to get up to speed again. So they've got 1 or 2 problems, not as incisive as they were earlier on in the season. I thought Hibs looked pretty comfortable. Abada had a couple of chances either side of half time, but they weren't cutting Hibs open, the way they were cutting teams open earlier on in the campaign.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio, or listen on the Go Radio app.